We're back.
I'm not done eating my cookie.
Put the fork down and come away from this birthday cake.
But you said I could have 5 minute break.
No, I didn't.
No?
No.
Well, I only had a small piece of my cake.
Okay.
A little small piece, okay?
We're live.
Huh?
We're back.
We're back?
Yep. We already got one thumbs down.
Well, I already got a thumbs down already?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, then I'm not going to share cake with them back.
Uh-oh.
Forget about it. Boy, that didn't take long. So it's one of the people that is on. Ban all the people that are on right now.
Tink said break, not cake.
That's a good one. Alrighty, let's see. Is there a part 2? Live? It says live right here.
Yeah, okay.
How do I do it, babe? I just work here. I'm sorry. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, babe?
It's the empty chair.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. We'll let a few people try to catch up. And if they don't come, then
Eat all the cake.
I'll eat all the cake. Yeah, you got it. So, part 2. While we wait for everybody to come. Oh, we talked about the ATM machines, didn't we? Hey, Saleh. What? You like the people of Iraq? I do. Saleh? Say that again. I like the people of Iraq. Saleh, the people of Iraq kind of like you. I like them too. Saleh, as a president, would you be willing to help the citizens to get the new government? I would. Saleh, is there a solution to this? Because you see, if we give them the parliament, because they already got the currency, well, they're going to get it. And if we give them the government that they want, do you think they'll stop the protesting? Yes, they will. Saleh, do you have a solution? Yes, I do. What's the solution, Saleh? I will resign. Why? If I resign, it will dismantle the government. No, yeah. And you're willing to do that? Yeah. Yeah, if you did something like that, I think you would be the citizens' champion, you know what I mean? Al-Hasimi Saleh's resignation will lead to the collapse of the political process. This dude confirmed on Thursday that the resignation of the president of the republic will lead to the collapse of the political process in Iraq, indicating that the manner will push the protesters to more pressure on the resignation of Halabushi and the dissolution of parliament. Well, now that's interesting. Here's a man that wants to do something good for the citizens of Iraq, which in turn would cause him to sacrifice himself for a new government. Somebody like that would be worth keeping around, huh, citizens? Something to think about. Alrighty, so, oh my goodness, look at that. We have 1,000 missing from what we had before. All right, fine. I'm going to pour all this information and I'm going to go. Nah. But did you catch that, what I just told you? Interesting, isn't it? At least I thought. Iraq and Lebanon, they rose up against the corruption They rose up against Iran. And that's exactly, ladies and gentlemen, what I think what Daddy wanted them to do, because Daddy doesn't want to get involved militarily wise with Iran. I know we've already talked about that. Okay, we're done. Let's go now to our Fireflies file. Hey, babe.
Yes.
The pilot from Canada.
Huh?
He sent me information about Space Force. If we have time, remind me to play this just a little bit, because I'll forget. Alrighty, whew. Let's see how you're going to see that there's a lot going on in Iraq with the citizens in the streets. That some of it you're reading about, like the ATM machine. They were like, "What? That don't make no sense." I know it doesn't, and they figured it out. Something's going on. Yeah. Let's see here. Holy cow! Well, we got time, don't we, family? Good morning, Mr. Frank. I'm in Jordan. And I started today to try to make money for my family back home in Baghdad. But I did talk to my brother and my father today in Baghdad. And they told me that it seems that the Kurds walked out, upset today, even though all the election laws were voted on. There was an issue, but it was so minor, it's not even worth talking about it with us, family. Let me continue. Then later in the day, I spoke with my banker friend, and he said, "I know what you're going to tell me, that Mr. Frank does not agree with me, but Mr. Frank, my banker friend, says that he knows. He knows, Eddie. It's just his opinion, but what does he know? He knows with all probability that no new rate with the new year, and he would not and cannot go into the details. But he assured me, no new rate at the beginning of the new year when the budget comes out. And it will not happen. Then, Mr. Frank, I tried to get more of why he just says he knows. That's all. It will not be then. This time, though, he did not say, in my opinion. So, not sure what he's talking about. I want it to happen just so that I can go into the bank on the first of the year and rib him, Mr. Frank. Good for you, Eddie. Mr. Frank, I will be working in Jordan, making money for my family, and hopefully soon I can return back to Iraq and make even better money when they have the reforms. I have to look after my family, and the market in the green zone is just dead. I said, God bless you, my friend. I will pray for your success in Jordan and in Baghdad for you to return. I will pray for your family. As for your friend at the bank, I have to be honest and say that, he could be correct, and I may be wrong, but honestly, I have not received any new information to cause us to think differently. Yet we did say that the protesting is a factor to consider. So if they do not give us the new rate on the 1st, the most important thing is that they give us the budget. Let's see what happens, okay? Be safe, Eddie. Love you, man. He says, thank you, Mr. Frank, and we will probably see budget out, on January, but no rate. I know. No rate change until end of quarter. But let's see, and we hope that you are correct, Mr. Frank. Thank you again for all that you do, sir. Eddie, Eddie, I don't know, man. Whoa, what's that? You see that? It's huge. But it's not for me, right? So I'm not going to worry about it. Leave me alone. You don't have it there, do you, Jen?
No.
I just saw that. I'm sorry, family. I say to him, Eddie, I don't know. I don't know if you can get me this information, but. And then I asked him some things, and I felt something they're making a move is because it might. Okay, well, I can't read it. I can read it. Eddie, I don't know if you can get, and this was 2 days ago. I don't know if you can give me this information, but there's something either about Trade Bank or the Commerce Bank, and they're making some type of a move. We found out last night. You should see it this morning. They're suspending all the accounts from Thursday until I think around January the 5th. They're doing something. They're making a move, in my opinion, because they are not allowing anyone to take out their money, and we have never seen this before. I was just wondering if you've heard anything on that subject. Eddie says that he will have to call his brother, go see his friend, and all that good stuff. Merry Christmas. Okay, thank you. Thank you, too. Yesterday, early in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Frank, and Merry Christmas. Yes, sir. I managed to call my bank friend and ask him about the information out about no account transfers from now until June the 5th, until January the 5th. And what does this, what does this all mean? And do you have, and did he have any information? And he said to me, Mr. Frank, oh, here. Every now and then I want you to catch up with me here. And he says to me, Mr. Frank, it was all about accounting. Hello. Did we just talk about that? What did we say? This time of the year, it's all about accounting. It's all about the numbers. So, Mr. Frank, he says to me that it's all about accounting. I love when he gives us his opinion because it's, except for the one where he's the one about no rate, but who knows? We'll see. It's all about the process of accounting and part of process for new upcoming year and for the decade. Eddie, in my opinion, look what he just told you. These are numbers that are calculated for a long course. You understand, Eddie? It's not the same rate. It's not the program rate. Part of the process of a new upcoming year and a decade. And we should not look, too much into this, but it is a step in the process of what they are doing in the bank. What are you doing in the bank? And he's still saying when January the 5th rolls, it still will be without new rate, but only a day. Eddie, why is he saying January the 5th? What happened to January the 1st? When are they telling you that they have to do this, Eddie? This work and don't touch your money? That's too damn obvious, isn't it? When, Eddie? From today, this Thursday, which is today, the 26th, until January the 5th. Yeah, but still, he says that there won't be anything coming out on January the 5th when it all rolls out. It will still be without a new rate, but only a day closer in the process. Of course. But only a day closer in the process. He can't stress it enough. It's just part of the accounting process, not the actual change in the rate that we will see much later. You see, Eddie? He's even confessing it. You see, I believe, Eddie, today, Thursday, until the 5th of January, that they're doing something. I hope that in January the 1st we get the budget, and I don't care if it's a program rate because they're doing something. And then they can retroactive it whenever you guys calm down, with your protesting. But you see, the lava flow continues. This is exactly what's supposed to happen, and they're doing it. This is exactly what, in my opinion, what we think is what's supposed to happen. They're doing it. I haven't heard anything different, Eddie, but the protesting is a factor. It just takes one thing. Shafi and Grissom and Ed White, they were sitting on top of Apollo 1, and the capsule was hyperoxygenated, which is not a good thing. They used to have operating rooms that were hyperoxygenated. That's dumb. In the system, Apollo 1, this was going to take us to the moon and back. And just one little thing that went wrong in that capsule, in the wiring structure, just one little spark, one little thing that went wrong, and these three gentlemen, these three American heroes died, burned to death. Everything is ready to go, Iraq. And right now, you have caused your own delay. But I got nothing against it. Okay, but did you catch all that here? I don't know if you... Are you with me? Are you thinking with me, as me, on what he's saying? If you have a different opinion, shoot, you should call me tomorrow and tell me. But, well, no, don't do that. But the process, he says, it's just part of the steps of the process. He's still saying when January the 5th rolls, it still will be without a new rate, fine, but only there to get this, but only a day closer in the process. And he can't stress it enough that it's part of accounting process. Yes, I know. It's the numbers, the new numbers, Eddie. It's the accounting process, not the actual change in the rate that we will see. Later. Such articles over next few weeks. Oh, I didn't read that. Oh. So the bank guy is saying there's going to be articles coming out over the next few weeks. It's all part of the process. Mark. It's all part of the process. Relax. It's all part of the process. Relax. It's coming. Just not January the 5th. Why you keep saying that? Why has he changed this date all of a sudden? Not just January the 5th. Wanted to pass this on to you, Mr. Frank. Again, just sending what my friend has told me last night from the bank. He seems pretty sure, but again, let's hope he's wrong, and it goes in January the 1st. Oh, that's pretty cool. To which I say, first of all, Merry Christmas, Eddie. And Neil, God bless you and yours. And I am honored to have our friendship as we give all honor and glory to God. Now, As far as what your friend is saying, I have no problems with it because Iraq, or should I say the Middle East, has a tendency to say something, to agree to something, and then just as quickly change it. So maybe what my friend Walking Stick and his teams have been told by the CBI, maybe it might need updating, but so far, Eddie, nothing has changed. There's been no updating from Walking Stick's teams. But I respect your friend's opinion. But notice how your friend's opinion has been augmented, has been changed, has been added on to. Notice it, Eddie. Notice it. We have a commonality between our study and what your friend has as his opinion. And Eddie, regardless, the most not check this out. Check this out. Regardless, the most important. Whoa, we got 13. Shoot, we missed about 400 people. Where could 400 people go?
They didn't subscribe.
Huh?
They didn't subscribe, so they don't know how to get back to you, maybe. You have to hit the subscribe button.
Pobrecitos, I didn't mean to throw them out. Oh, I'm sorry. They'll see it again. They'll see it. Now check this out, Eddie. Regardless of all of this, that we're bickering back and forth about, the most important thing, in my opinion, is that both my teams and your bank friend in Iraq mutually agree that a change in the rate is coming. It's imminent. Okay? We both agree it's not a dream anymore, is it? It's a reality whose process is being unveiled in front of us right now. In front of you, in front of the international world, in front of the citizens of Iraq, as part of the education process, so that you can understand what they're about to do with your currency. Your new parliament, your new currency, and your new rate are no longer a fantasy. It is within days or months months. Did I say that? It's soon, in my opinion, by the self-confession of the Central Bank of Iraq representatives that have been talking on your television station. That's our commonality. That's the common ground that we have. That's something that we should look at. Because we don't give dates or rates. I am constant. I am constant and I am content. Oh, I am content. Stupid spell check. Don't you hate it? I am content and excited about the future of the CBI and what they are describing to you. So Merry Christmas, without a doubt, one amazing new year to come. We hope so, Mr. Frank, and thank you for sending us all this. Copy that. And to be honest with you, it's he says, we're hoping, praying, Mr. Frank, and thank you. Thank you. We just sending what he says to us. And I said, copy. And to be honest with you, it's pretty darn good what he's sending, in my opinion, anyways. Thank you. Sending, hold on, sending to him now. He's going to send more later. Thank you. Alrighty. Then early this morning, good morning, Mr. Frank. I need some cake. I need cookies.
Now?
Yeah, no.
No.
No. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drink your water.
Stupid water. It's calling me. It's calling me. Listen.
Cake with cookies on top.
You hear that?
Yeah, I do. Here, we can have one of these.
What? What's this?
A noise maker.
Good morning, Mr. Frank. How you guys doing? Well, it's interesting because the minister guy, the president, Chalet, yeah, Chalet has turned a letter for his resignation today after refusing to put in a change in the latest nomination of the largest bloc. And then we hear the budget is still not turned over for vote because it is 25 trillion deficit, and they are saying that they will not turn over a caretaker government until the deficit is resolved in the new budget. This is very confusing to us. Just raise the rate and the budget is fixed. Oh, bless your heart. Well, here, let's look at this, Betty. Let me go all the way back to the beginning. Good morning, Mr. Okay, the President Chalet has turned a letter for his resignation today. And he's refusing to put in a change of the latest nominations for the largest bloc. Now, Eddie, that's good because you're the largest bloc. Yeah, Chalet's had a history of working with the United States, and obviously he knows what you want. He knows what Daddy wants, and it's not like he's stuck in the middle. Chalet knows what he wants too. He wants Iraq to do well and to prosper. He wants Iran out of there, and he's doing a self-sacrificing thing that might cause you to to consider him. Because I don't know of anybody else that has done this for you except Daddy. So it's good. All right. You want to resign? Fine. Because by doing that too, Eddie, it will destroy the Iranian structure inside of your government. So this is really cool. Let him resign as president and then vote him in as prime minister. Ooh. Sometimes you have to give up a knight for a rook. Sometimes. So larger block, then we can hear the budget is not there. The budget is still not turned over for a vote because it is 25. Uh, no. In my opinion, Eddie, it doesn't matter what your deficit is. The budget will still be passed because, in my opinion, there's a change in the rate. Yeah. And also, Eddie, why would I go to a shoe store and buy shoes that fit, Bozo the Clown, big ones like that, when I know I need a size 10, right? Why? Why would Daddy allow them to create a budget this big, 20, at a program rate? So the deficit is no problem. They're saying that they will not turn. And by the way, that's just your deficit. The budget alone is 160 trillion dinars. So the deficit has been running high like that forever and ever. It just got ridiculous this year because the budget is ridiculous because there's a new rate coming to cover it. And the writer can allow that budget rate to come on when you guys are done. Okay. I don't think they put the writer in there, by the way, because you guys were We need Mark. So yeah, Mr. Frank, this whole stuff, deficit and not voting for the budget, it's very confusing to us. Just raise the rate and the budget is fixed. A lot of meetings going on right now about the resignation of the PM. The Republic is apologizing to him for offering the latest names as candidates. Oh, that's cool. So here is Chalet telling the citizens of Iraq, I'm sorry. Why? We gave you the wrong names. No, try again. Okay. I'm sorry. Why? Because we gave you the names you didn't want. There you go. Okay, you better be sorry. So what are you doing now? Oh, well, it says here, we're apologizing. The Republic is apologizing to him for offering the latest names. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a lot of meetings going on right now about the resignation, so sorry, of PM, of the PM. Uh, the Republic is the Republic. Wait a minute. So the ministers inside, the Republic is apologizing to him, to Chalet, for offering the latest names as candidates. We will send more, and I'll have to finish work, and then I'll call you. Wow, that's interesting. Hey, Chalet. Yeah, what? I'm sorry. Why? I gave you the names that the citizens did not want. Yeah. But it doesn't matter because I'm not going to put them up. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll resign before I put them up. Oh, okay. Do you see the momentum, everything going in the favor of the citizens of Iraq? I told you, Eddie. You'll say you finish your work, you'll call my brother and all. Okay. Iadani. What about him, Eddie? Iadani is named as candidate to be the prime minister. That's what caused Saleh to resign. He's Iranian backed, and no way this will go over with the citizens. Yeah, I know, and don't worry about it. Why do you think Chalet's got your back? As he answers to us. Everybody needs a yes man. That's why more than likely they'll keep him. But Edadani, no, he's Iranian. Of course not. Of course it pissed you guys off. Mr. Frank, my brother says that there is a message from banks to citizens. Yeah, I know. We already talked about it, but real quick. Here. Can I have a thumbs up, please? Please, thumbs up, please. Let me see.
601.
Oh, really? 600 thumbs up?
605.
Mine is broken. It says 162.
Gotta refresh it. No, not hit it, refresh it.
I rather hit it. Okay. My Mr. Frank, my brother sent a message. Okay, check this out. So this morning, Mr. Frank, my brother just sent a message, and he says that the banks and the banks are telling the citizens about how the ATM machines all ran out of cash. What? Yeah. All the ATM machines, they all ran out of cash. I told you to hurry and go get them. Good thing you did. Yeah, we know, Mr. Frank. Don't rub it in. Okay. No, it doesn't say that. About how the ATM machines run out of cash so quickly because of the high demand on ATMs now. And banks everywhere are saying they have a new mechanism to which soon will be in place to resolve all of these. Dang, man, that's just a bunch of teasing. Just tell them we're raising the damn value. So, yeah, anyways, the banks are running out of their ATM machines, they're running out of money, and they're saying they have a new mechanism, monetary reform, to which soon will be in place, soon, already, to resolve all of these shortage issues at all ATM machines. You see, there are no 25Ks. They're shortage issues at all ATMs, and please be patient during these times. All banks are giving these notices to the citizens. Whatever, don't worry about it. We talked about it. And your bank guy is changing his tune from what was it? He's now January the 5th. Your little buddy gets information, but it's not all chronologically put together right. That's why I think he's wrong. But we'll see. Okay. Oh, Chalet is saying that he resists putting the last name nominated as prime minister. He says only a candidate from the people choice is going to be a prime minister. He says that's why he says he resigned before placing Iranian back as prime minister. People are already calling for the Iranian backed general to leave the Green Zone. Green Zone. Now citizens are burning Iranian flags in the streets and burning tires all around the roads that lead to the Iranian borders. Oh man, that must stink. Guys, can you get fans? Get a bunch of decline. Get a bunch of fans and line them all up at the border there where you're burning the tires and blow the smoke, straight into Iran. Don't let it come back into you. That's funny. Here, this is the first part with Chalet. And again, Chalet is talking like a good guy, isn't he? Oh my goodness, Chalet. Who you been talking to, man? Huh? Who you been kissing, huh? Look at that, huh? Look at that. You want some chapsticks? Golly, man, look at that. So somehow or another, the people of Iraq are getting a champion in the government of Iraq. What's his name? Chalet. I like him. Okay. In the meantime, they're burning the crap out of the Iranians. To which I say, whoa, dude. Oh, wow. No. Dude, wow, okay, wow, yeah, okay, what? That's an excellent report. Thank you, Eddie. There are three things that you mentioned in this report that I find very interesting, especially what Chalet is doing. Also, in my opinion, all this talk of no value because what Trump wants will eventually happen, and he wants the citizens' demands right now. Yes, sir. Exactly. Oh, and then he, for the next file that we're about to talk about, he sends me this video, but I'd rather not show it to you. But he says, tonight's reaction to latest Iranian-backed named as prime minister candidate. Well, Chalet threatens again to resign because you see they brought up a second one today. Not you read about the first one. So they bring up a second one. And again, Chalet stands there like Superman, like dun 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 dun. Dun. The big S? That's Superman. That's not Chalet. See the big S? Dun 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 dun. No, how's it go? No. Exit stage lip even no video. Okay, let's go. So Chalet threatened again. Man, this guy's he's picking up some roses, man. Chalet threatened again to resign if this continues, and he's calling for someone who public wants. Well, of course he is. He's calling for who public wants and needs, not these names from proxy based new election law will oust all the political, all the blocks and corruption away. Yeah, Eddie, you see? I mean, everything we told you is coming about. You're going to get who you want. You're going to get who you want. Oh, horse manure. I lost my place. Oh, by the picture, wasn't it? By the picture, yeah. So, okay, so yeah, Chalet threatens again to resign if this continues, calling for someone who public wants and needs, not these names from proxy based on new election laws will oust all the blocks and corruption away. So I say to him, are the citizens supporting Chalet? Because, what's happening today is pretty interesting. Because he's not wanting to put in Iranian blocs in as candidates. And if I understand, he's willing to resign? Wow. To prevent Iranian candidates? Really? Chalet's doing this, right? Now, this is before the articles came out, the ones that you read about today. So, Yeah. He says he says citizens backing him. There you go. There's your champion. There you go. And I like this because you see, this is what you guys are looking for. You're looking for leadership in the parliament. And if you got this guy backing you up like this, the next thing you're going to see soon is a list of the people that you want. And as soon as you see that list and you stop your protesting, guess what Daddy's going to do? Pass the damn freaking voting law. Got it. Okay, get those people in there. And and I bet you, if Daddy sees that going on, go ahead and raise the value. Yes, he says citizens backing him, and now Sauter. Yeah, he wants a piece of it, doesn't he, too? Can I say my ass? Yeah. And now Sauter today has given 4 names as well. They better be good names. 4 names. You'll read about this tomorrow. He's given 4 names as well that he says the citizens will like. So, they will? Well, then, the citizens will like. So we wait to see, but Iranian back keep trying to put their folks in as prime minister, citizens not having it. Eddie, let them huff and puff. Don't ignore them. Oh, son of a gun. San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Texas, and Arizona too. I keep... This is, I think this is the part. Okay. How are we doing? Oh, gee whiz, let's hurry up. Okay. Yes, we see the backing in this foreign, but he will keep the citizens, will keep them, so we'll wait and see. But Iran back, keep trying to put in their garbage in here. Like I said, Iran can huff and puff all they want, Eddie, but none of their names will be recognized. And to the point where Chalet is willing to resign to protect the citizens. And in my opinion, it's because Daddy is telling him to. It's because Daddy is telling him, telling Chalet to do this. Because in my opinion, Chalet would not do this on his own. Yes, sir. He says, yes, sir. In the middle of the afternoon. Mr. Frank, now they're saying that if Chalet does resign, then the Speaker of the House would be next in line. Yeah, see? Tomorrow, I think he'll still... Bye. Then okay, let me read again. Now, Mr. Frank is saying if Chalet does resign, then the Speaker of the House would be next in line. But Alawi today spoke of Iraq needs to start a temporary government headed by Chalet until early elections. Now, you see, they're talking about that, but no. You said about the supplemental budget. No. Those... Chalet, until early elections. Now we seeing United States of America congressmen on news saying to us they are calling a stop to the interference of selecting a prime minister in Iraq. And the congressman is saying that there must be a stop to the violence, to demonstrators. You see, Eddie? Now they're sending our congressman to tell you got to stop this. Demonstrators. Now looks like Congress going to do something to help protect us and our picking of prime minister. Yeah. Well, yeah. I hope this is the last time I have to ask you. Trust me, Eddie. Mr. Frank, what? We spoke to our bank guy again. Oh man, did you really? Yeah, we did. Oh, well, let's see. What'd he say? And by the way, hold on. Let me give you the part where I didn't read. Chile until next year. The congressman now. So now your congressmen are going to do something to help protect us. They've been protecting you. They've been helping you. Okay, Mr. Frank, we spoke to my bank guy today early in the morning, and he still says his information is that no new rate by January the 5th. Ask him what happened to January the 1st. No new rate by January the 5th. Iraq switching back. Now you see, this is where your friend, I don't know where your friend is getting this stuff from, okay? Tell him he's got to stop going to bozo.com because that's the only place I've seen this. And it's caca. Here we go. And I share it with your family so you know what they're, I mean, you know how I feel. I just want you to know what my teams feel and their team, their friends, their connections. There's no by January the 5th, Iraq will be switching back to their original fiscal year in April. They currently been under same as USA because we are currently under the control of USA. But when we depeg, bingo! You see, without me doing my usual routine of very simply, there it is, and that's what they're telling this. But under the control of the USA. But when we depeg from the dollar, the only way you depeg, brother, is you're gonna raise the value of your currency. That's the only way we would let you because you're under chapters of the United Nations Security Council. But when we depeg from the dollar, we going back to fiscal year. No, starting in April. So then B rate. So he said, just wait. So then probably have the rate. So he said, just wait. We shall see in January the 5th. Okay. So we're agreeing nothing on the first, right? I told you, I agree with you. They could be, right? Why are you talking about the 5th, you knucklehead? You don't even know why you're talking about it. Well, yeah, because today, Thursday, until the 5th, right? They're doing something. Anyway, we wait to see in January the 5th. I didn't say I've had a hard enough day. Anyways, we should see January the 5th. And we can agree to disagree, but his information has it later. Just wanted to bring that again because he is very clear on that part, Mr. Frank. You put this together. I'm not going to do it. Oh, for God's sakes, I'm sick and tired of it. I updated my phone. What a nightmare. What a freaking nightmare this is. I should have never updated this phone.
Somebody asked, does his banker friend work at Wells Fargo?
That's a good one. Does his bank friend work at Wells Fargo? Hell no, they'd be saying, it's a scam! That's a good one. Y'all doing good? You happy? I'll finish it in 5 minutes. Because I'm not going to read it all to you. I'm saving for Friday team chat tomorrow. I'm not doing a UB2B tomorrow. I'm not doing a UB2B Saturday, not Sunday. I may not even do one Monday. But we'll let everybody know in my forum, ktfalways.com. If you're not a member, you should be. Later in the afternoon today, Mr. Frank, 170 members of parliament rejected the resignation of Chalet. Of course. Looks like they also. Hey, let me ask you something. How are they voting? There's no election. There is no voting law, right? I know it's for the election, but well, again, how are they voting? Alrighty, 100 and. Oh Lord. Reject the resignation of Chalet. Looks like they also agree with him and don't want Iranian-backed prime minister, Mr. Frank. Or excuse me. This is awesome news. Yeah, but it's what I've been telling you, my friend. Where's Muhammad Ali? Where's Ali? Where's Harim Abifi? He's in the commode. Well, go get his vote. Okay. This is good because I just told you that America, Daddy, will not allow any Iranian politician to be elected. And a few hours later, America tells you what I just told you on his television, the congressman. To this I say, praise God, because you're going to get what you want in order for investors to get what was promised to them. And as far as those that hold the dinar, nothing was promised to them. It will simply be a blessing. Now, as far as your fiscal year changing again, that is very new to me. We do not have any information like that. And I appreciate that your friend is sharing it with you and you are sharing it with me. I will present it as part of our study, but not as part of my opinion. Be safe, my friend. God bless you. Mr. Frank, we were, and that's our 5 minutes. So for today, Thursday to the 5th, there's going to be many articles. I mean, you heard that, right? That's what they told him, the bank guy. Many articles, huh? I would listen to the articles that we release on our forum because there's going to be a lot of them apparently. And be careful where you do read articles because, in my opinion, the media is rigged. Let's conclude. I mean, gosh, what, honey?
Space Force,
Space Force.
from the pilot who said they're leaving.
Yeah, because I don't know when I'll be able to show that to them again. I have a general, an American general, retired, that is at a college. What was it? The first week of December. And this general was talking about technology. You know, I talked to you already about it.
Disclosure is happening faster and faster. Retired Air Force General Stephen Quast spoke recently at Hillsdale College, and he dropped a few nuggets. Now, his job after retiring, he still works for the powers that be, but his job now is to prepare those who are paying attention for the new paradigm. His words were very carefully chosen, but make no mistake, he was telling us we have anti-gravity technology and free energy ready to roll out now. Tell us about it, General.
The technology is on the engineering benches today, but most Americans and most in Congress have not had time to really look deeply at what's going on here. But I've had the benefit of 33 years of studying and becoming friends with these engineers and these scientists. This technology can be built today with technology that is not developmental to deliver any human being from any place on planet Earth to any other place in less than an hour. To deliver Wi-Fi from space, where you never need a cell tower to connect. To deliver energy from space, where you never have to plug your phone in and it trickle charges, and you can use that.
And I'm going to leave it at that.
Searching for a place where you
I'm going to leave it at that. Here, you can see the gentleman's face if you'd like to see him. Let me see. Let me cover up my friend's name up here. I hope I got it centered there. So you can look it up. It's his name is Stephen. Last name is spelled Kwast, and it's entitled "The Urgent Need for a United States Space Force." And what was it? The Blaisdell? I forget the college that he was at when he gave this.
Hillsdale.
Hillsdale. Thank you. When he gave this lecture on anti-gravity and free energy, the room realized, wow, wow, this is the guy that works with this type of technology for God his whole career, and he's out here telling us about it. Yeah, because there are people like this that are being used to slowly release the information about Space Force. Do not be ignorant about it and do not be in denial of it, okay? It will catch you off guard soon. In the meantime, back to saying goodbye. I'd like to summarize everything here tonight by saying a few things. And by the way, why is this so important to me? I told you they would tell you that there would be life on Mars. I don't mean like, people or mice running around. I mean organic life. Yeah, organic life. It's deep in the core. It's inside of the planet. But they'll tell you. Anyways, here's what I want to say about our study. And our whole study tonight has been, I'm sorry, I got fragmented again. One day. I would like to tell you a story. It happened in 1990 on June the 1st at 11:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to me and my daughter. What was she, babe? Probably like about 16, 15? No?
No, because the driver was 16, so she was 14.
She was 14 years old. Me and my daughter, we had an encounter. It's a long story, but I am very grateful that my daughter was with me, because to this day I would think that I'm crazy. And when we experienced what we experienced, it only brought me closer to God, because I went to God to ask him, what just happened? How could that happen? And I don't have the answer for it, but maybe one day in the presence of God, he'll tell me what it was all about. But one day it would take about an hour to tell you the whole thing. Because I have forgive me, I don't want to say photograph. I got a good memory. I can tell you every still that my brain took of that night. But let's say goodbye and prepare ourselves for this coming year. On January the 1st, in my opinion, a 2020 budget for the Iraqi government should come out. In my opinion, it has a higher chance of coming out with a new rate for a new small category notes that they want to introduce so badly, that are in position to do so in that budget. And if not, then based on how much longer or violent the protesting will be, that might be the barometer that we need in order to determine, well, when are we going to see the new rate? Why, if we got the budget, but with the program rate, when are we going to see the new rate? And that's why you have to be very fair about the fact that this rioting is definitely influential in when they're going to release it. Also, between now, today, Thursday, and the 5th of January, the banks of Iraq, the four major banks of the central bank, are doing something that is extraordinarily odd. They're open, but they're not open for business, and yet they are, through a machine that was set up a long time ago with the proper software. That's where I'm at. From today, the 26th, until sometime around the 5th of January, this time period, we should see more articles coming out teaching us and telling us what's going on. And I leave you with this. You might want to draw it out if you want to. You can put maybe teams. You can put Frank 26. Well, actually, let's put walking stick. Let's put walking stick. And on the other side, let's put Eddie's bank friend. How's that? Eddie's bank friend. Hang in there. I'm almost done. This is kind of important. Hoorah. You ready? On this side, walking stick, and over here, bank friend in Iraq. I want you to draw an arrow underneath both of them, leading to one spot, and that one spot, circle it with the word budget. So both walking sticks, banks, friends, firm, and Eddie's bank friend in Iraq, they both feel that on January the 1st, we should see a budget. And then we have a difference of opinion where those arrows are now going to separate, and one will go in the direction of walking stick with a new rate. And the other arrow will go in the direction underneath Eddie's bank friend without without a new rate, with a program rate. Now, the interesting thing is that I want you to see the commonality at the very top. Both of those circles, both walking stick and Eddie's bank friend, are both looking for the same thing, a budget on the 1st. That is historical. We've never had one. Not in all the years that I've been studying this. Never. Then underneath it, you see that the commonality again splits, because we believe that it will be with a new rate, but Eddie's friend that works at the banks in Iraq thinks that no, it will be with the program rate. Now, the interesting thing is that this whole thing is surrounded by the actions of the protesters in Iraq. The actions of the protesters, I think, will determine the speed of all of this. But more encouraging is that both sides are talking about the same thing, about a budget that will that will either come with a new rate or will have a new rate very soon. Do you understand where we have graduated to in our study? Not of wondering or questioning or seeking or asking, but one of more so of agreeing in preparation of what they have been telling us that is about to happen. Both sides are talking about a new rate, ladies and gentlemen. Both sides are talking about a budget. And both of those issues are historical. This is the way I drew it out, by the way. Walking stick, the banks together, but we do separate in the rate, but it is the protesters that make the change, that determine the speed of when this is all to come together. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the clock that just ding-donged, and that means that we're done, and I pray to God that you found a value in this UB2B. Because it is a cornucopia. It is a plethora of information, and you just got to put it together now, okay? I thank you kindly for being with me. Happy New Year. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año. Felicidad. And I will see you on my forum tomorrow. Premium. We will talk. And then on Saturday, Premium, I will answer your questions. Sunday. And then on Monday, I will let everyone know whether or not we're going to do a YouTube on Monday night. The odds are against it. The odds are against it. And the reason why is because you have a beautiful yellow brick road that you have just been given tonight from this Thursday until January the 5th. Copy? Copy that. Oh, hey, can I just say real quick something in less than 5 minutes about I'm not going to get silly. In fact, I'll say we have to pray. When I look at our economy, this Black Friday had 7.4 billion in sales. Cyber Monday, 9.2 billion in sales. Then they got something now called the Super Saturday, which is the following Saturday after that. 34.4 billion in sales. Almost 50 billion in sales. Wow. Our economy is breaking records again and again and again. NASDAQ, for the very first time ever, went 9,000 points. I never dreamed such a thing. I never dreamed. The Dow, what was it, 28,000? It's going to hit 30,000. It was always a dream, a fantasy, just to hit 20,000. And the Democrats don't like this. That's a sick attitude. That's a loser's attitude. I don't know. Our economy is doing amazing things. China, we're going to mess up. We're going to mess up your Christmas shopping. What did I say? What was it, back in November? Up yours, China. Up yours. You have no idea, dude. You think you're the only place? Remember I said this. You think you're the only place that we can buy crayons and what was it? Crayons and something else I said. No. Stupid China. And I said, you're going to come back. And you did after you reneged. And now look what you've done. A new record for holiday shopping in America, and you thought you were going to stop it, but you couldn't with your so-called tariffs. And look what we did. Look what Donald Trump did. And what's really crazy, ladies and gentlemen, is that the Democrats are trying to take credit for this. They're actually saying that our economy is the way it is because Obama for 8 years set it up this way. Sweet God Almighty. I mean, and then China signs a record deal with the United States after they came back begging, I'm sorry, I won't renege again. I'll stick around on, okay, fine. This is historical. It's going to be huge. It's going next year, even without the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. Oh my gosh. The United States of America is going to explode. Our political structure will be cleaned out. The Democrats will have swallowed X-Lax, and the Republicans will have swallowed X-Lax and cleaned all the crap out of there. Y'all got to be about us, for, by us. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that I feel like my government right now, at least especially the Democrats, you can't see this, and then you take credit for it? Why is it that they're acting like Iranian politicians? Stealing what's mine. Stealing my vote. I could really go really deep into this. It's not worth it, is it? I pray that you have a good year next year. I pray that your pain is gone. I pray that happiness and joy just glows from your face. I pray that the Chicana glory of the Holy Spirit also glows from your face. I pray that you find God and walk with Him and talk with Him, laugh with Him, cry with Him, argue with Him, agree with Him, just be with Him constantly. Constant prayer is the only defense of the atmosphere of demons that surround us 24/7. There is a God. Because I fight with demons every day. And for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. For everything that is negative, there is a positive. And for everything that is evil, there is a good. There is a good. I pray for you and your family. I thank you for being my friend, for knowing me, for seeing me, recognizing me. And I pray that our investment comes to fruition. I pray that your loved ones are in good health, for there's nothing else that's more important than good health. And I leave you with these words because I don't say them that often, but when I do, it's because I mean it with all my heart. You and I, we are now friends, huh? We've been together so long. You and I, we are friends as long as God keeps us on this here planet. But one day, though, one day, we will be saved by grace, and we will be in heaven for an eternity. But I don't believe that an eternity will be long enough to be your friend. Thank you kindly for being my friend today. I'll take care of each other. I see you next year, okay? Think about the things we shared with you on Monday and today. And we'll see when we get back together. But premium, I will be with you tomorrow night. Y'all take care of each other, love each other, support each other, pray for each other. And I'll catch you when they throw you. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's roll.